Hi there, this is Paul with Denver Decks, and we're going to be talking about patio covers as opposed to deck covers. So a deck cover is anything that's over a deck, and a patio cover is anything over a patio. Now, how we distinguish a patio is anything that is concrete, whether it's decorative or gray or a paver patio or some sort of a hardscape material. So when you're installing a cover over a patio, then this is at grade level, of course. And we're either going to be installing it attaching to a house that is a ranch or a single story, or we're going to be attaching it to a second story house. So in most applications with the patio cover, it's attaching to a single story home. Now with patio covers, you have three different design choices for the most part. And we always want to make sure we're matching existing conditions. That's what we specialize in, and we want it to look like this is something that came with the home. So when you have a single story home and it's a patio cover, in most applications, you're going to need to put in a gable style roof, which is an A-frame, or you need to put in a hip style roof, which is an A-frame with a shed face to it. And the reason being is we need to maintain a very specific pitch. So when matching existing shingles on the house, if you've got a regular composite shingle, whether it's a 30-year or a 50-year, we need at least a 2.5 12, preferably a 3/12 pitch, which means for every 12 feet it comes out, it drops down 3 feet. And if it's a single story house at a patio, you don't have 3 feet in elevation to be able to drop that. So you have to put those pitches to the side and carry that structure back up onto the existing roof line. Now, this is a more costly process because when you're doing an A-frame or a hip roof and you're going into the house, your structure's on the side, right? So you've got your structural beam here and your structural beam there. Now, on the outside of your structural beam, you have a support post caisson that carries down to the code required depth. And on the other side, same thing. But that structural beam where it attaches to the house needs to carry into a beam pocket. What that means is we need to open up the house and we need to pack out the studs and set the beam to where it's bearing directly on the foundation. This is a code requirement. Now, we have seen some structures where homeowners will put posts on the outside. So I shouldn't say homeowners, but contractors put the posts on the outside of the home. The problem with that is they're putting those caissons into a portion of the soil that is backfill. It's not recommended. In some applications, the building department doesn't even allow it. So with going back to that A-frame roof, carrying back up onto the existing roof line, when you do that, we cut off the existing eaves and trim that wall right up into that gable to make it look like it always came with the house. Now, if it is a 2-story house in the back, then you're able to do a shed roof, a gable roof, or a hip roof. Now, there are a variety of different electrical options that you have with that. One question I get frequently is homeowners wanting to do infrared. And I just want to let you know that that is more of an investment than most think. And the reason being is that's a pretty significant electrical draw. In most homes, electrical panels will not support that. It's like installing another dryer or another range or a hot tub. So you typically need to put in a sub panel or update your actual electrical panel. This adds several $1,000s to the electrical. So I mentioned that just as a consideration. Now, outside of that, the one thing that we don't do is we don't do any painting. And the reason for that is we always recommend that the professional do their job. We are not professional painters. If you put a paintbrush in a carpenter's hand, you're going to get a carpenter's quality paint job. And we want to make sure that you're getting the best quality professional end product. So we recommend you hiring a professional painter, or a lot of homeowners, because it's not a huge area, they'll do it themselves the first time, and then they'll just have that patio cover included every time they have their house painted. Outside of that, we would love to help you design your space if you're looking at having a patio cover installed, and hopefully this video has been informative. If you have any questions, please give me a call at 303-730-9642, or you can email us directly from the website, or you can email us at deckman1963@gmail.com. We always do recommend, if you're emailing us, include some photographs of the existing conditions so we can talk intelligently about your options early on as well. And outside of that, this is Paul with Denver Decks, and I appreciate your time.